Hi, welcome to the second video of our section. This video will discuss how to enable customer portals and how to configure them within your organization. In this section, we will be discussing how to enable customer portals. By using customer portals, we can provide a channel for customers to make inquiries, raise support calls or requests, as well as possibly make sales orders. In Salesforce, we can create such customer portals to expose our different tabs and objects to external users, while still maintaining the Salesforce security model throughout. For our example, we are creating a customer portal for Mojo Electronics. This portal would enable Mojo Electronics customers to update their own company information, create cases, view reports, and post ideas. To create the said portal, we will be performing several tasks. First off, we have to configure the portal settings, configure the look and feel of the portal, and then assign the tabs visible in that portal. Secondly, we would need to activate and configure sharing groups within our portal. This is required since on portals, one of the more commonly used licenses is the high volume portal user license. This license is heavily used since it is way cheaper per license than the portal administrator license. One disadvantage though is that users under this type of license cannot share records with other users, as well as have shared access to records. So to give access to records created by high-volume portal users to other Salesforce users, we would need to activate and configure sharing groups within the portal so that internal users can be added and given access to these records owned by high-volume portal users. Alternatively, in order to give high-volume portal users with access to records, we need to create sharing sets and specify certain criteria per object based on either the user's related account or associated contact record. So to start off, we will be first creating and configuring our customer portal. So first, let's go to the Setup menu, go to Customize, go to Customer Portal. So from here, you can see all of the available portals in the system. So currently, we have more than one portal. We have the Customer Portal, and we have the Mojo Customer Exchange Portal. We are now going to create another customer portal since Salesforce allows for multiple portals within one organization. So let's just click on New to create a new portal. Please take note that portals are not deletable. So once you have created a portal, it can never be deleted from your organization. It can also, however, be deactivated if you uncheck the login enabled checkbox. So to create our new customer portal, let's enter our name, enter Mojo Shipment Exchange. Let's just enter Shipment Portal, our description first for this new portal. Let's check the login enable. Next, let's enter the administrator, which is basically a user or an internal user in Salesforce that will act as an administrator for this portal and will receive notifications and have administrative rights over the portal. Let's check on the user. So let's just set up myself as administrator. Next, we specify the portal default settings like logout URL and the HTML messages default language. So first, let's enter the logout URL. So this is the page wherein our portal will be redirected once users have logged out of our customer portal. So let's enable self-close. Let's check all of these settings. For this first setting, this means that users within the portal can close cases within their own account. So next, we're going to enter the email notification settings. From here, you can see the from email address and the from email name. So this is for all email notifications coming from customer portal. This includes emails like new user, reset password, and any sort of notification that will come out as you as a customer being part of the Mojo portal. So let's just change that to Edward Conchon, mojo.com. Change that to myself. So from here, you can specify the other templates that will be used for the different types of portal notifications coming from the customer portal. So we have like the new user template, the new password template, and the lost password template. So as you can see, there are already pre-built templates for each of these scenarios. So let's just retain that for now. You could, however, customize your own template by creating your own email template and using them here within the email notification settings. So you can also create a new comment template, which is basically for case comment. So if you enable case management within your portal, every time a new comment is added to an existing case by a customer, this will be the email sent to the customer. Next, you can also specify the header, the footer, and the logo for your new portal. So all of these are within the documents part of Salesforce. So for example, so as you can see, it's all part of the documents side of Salesforce. So for the logo, let's select the logo we updated earlier, which is for Mojo. All of these are basically HTML files. However, JavaScript and custom CSS will be deleted from all of those HTML components, so just be wary of that. Next, we have self-registration enabled and other self-registration settings. So this means that if a user goes into the portal, they could actually self-register to the system, entering their own login credentials, specifying their own user information. So we're actually going to enable that. So from here, you can specify your own customer user form URL. This could also be a Visualforce component within the system and could actually plug in directly into your user information. However, you could also post custom URL that is merged with your portal. Next, we have the registration error template. So this is basically the email template that is sent when any problem with the self-registration is encountered. There's already a pre-built template from Salesforce, so we're just going to retain that. Next is the default new user license. So this is the default user license whenever a new user is created within the portal or self-registered within the portal. So let's just select High Volume Customer Portal. As I have said earlier, High Volume Customer Portals are heavily used within portals since it's way cheaper than any other portal licenses. However, there are some restrictions within sharing of records that we can go beyond and go past. So let's select the default new user profile, which is High Volume Customer Portal. So you can also create profiles that use the High Volume Customer Portal license and declare them here as well. So any new customer portal profile using this particular license will be available within this text box. So let's click on Save to finalize our changes. Aside from specifying your portal settings, you could also change your portal with fonts and colors. So from here, you can change all of the different tab styles. For example, the current tab text, the current tab background, the other tab text, header background, section header text, left borders, list styles, and such. Fairly good at the moment. So let's just click on Save. Next, we're going to customize portal tab. So this is all of the available tabs within the customer portal. So you can include any kind of tab. You can include, as you have seen, our USPS lookup tab, which is just basically a custom tab we have created earlier. This is a web tab. Also, you could create other tabs like custom object tabs like shipments, as well as app exchange tabs as well, which are Visualforce tabs. So all of the available tabs within the normal Salesforce system can also be made available for this portal. So just change the order and change the default landing tab to shipment. Also, we're going to change solutions and remove them from the system. However, we're going to add ideas. So ideas is another part of Salesforce, which just allows us to manage ideas from customers within the system. So let's click on Save, finalize our changes. So there you have it. So we just basically configured the portal, changed the portal fonts and colors and the look and feel of the actual portal. And we have also modified the portal tabs available. So aside from modifying the portal, the next thing we have to do is to enable share groups within your system. So what are share groups? So a sharing group would allow us to select internal Salesforce users to gain access to records created by any high-volume portal users. So this is required since high-volume portal users or any record created by those users cannot be shared using the normal means of sharing, like sharing rules and manual sharing. So in order to do that, let's activate sharing groups first. So once we have activated that, so let's click on Edit. So please take note that activating sharing groups might take a lot of time depending on the number of records that the system will actually share. So from here, you could select roles, users, or public groups to be added to the sharing group. So we're just going to add users. So let's select users and add those two users in the system. So this means that Edward Encarnacion and Mike Murphy will gain access to all records created by any high-volume portal user or any content created by the high volume portal user. So let's just click on save. There you have it. So that's a nice and quick way to allow our Salesforce administrators or our other Salesforce admin users to gain access to any content within the portal. So that is giving access to Salesforce users. However, if you want to give access to high volume portal users to any record that they need access to, since they cannot be shared and they also cannot share data, we need to create another construct, which we will call the sharing set. So let's just go to the customer portal settings page. So sharing sets allows us to open up and share records to HBP users using the sets. So to start off, let's just click on new. First, let's enter the name of our sharing set. So we will consider shipment exchange sharing set. And we're going to add the profiles that will be included in the sharing set. So let's click on high volume customer portal user and authenticated website as well as. So from here, you can select all of the available objects to be included in the sharing set. So as you can see, we have a few available objects in this select object section. This means that only this particular set of objects have a lookup to either an account or a contact record. So for example, if we add shipment, how sharing sets work is actually by setting up a criteria for that shipment. So for example, if we click on setup, so within this interface, we can select the user field or any related user field to be used as the criteria to match it with the shipment. So for example, if we select user account, so this means that the account field inherent in all user records, particularly in the portal users, will be matched with any field within or related to the target shipment. So for example, we can select opportunity.account. So remember that we created an opportunity lookup the shipment object. So this means that if the user's account or if the account related to the user is same as to the opportunity account related to the shipment, we will give a read-write access to that record or to that shipment record. So let's just click on update to create that sharing rule. So this is a great addition to sharing sets since it allows us to dynamically allow access to different records within the system. So you can also use that, for example, for accounts and use the same methodology. So for example, if you set up user and select account, or you can actually go higher up and select account.parent. This will give the user access to all accounts for both the parent and any child accounts under that, and select the account ID or the parent ID for that account and give that some read-write access as well. So let's click on update. So let's click on save to finalize that sharing set. So that's it. We just enabled customer portals in the system. Customer portals are an amazing option if you plan on expanding the reach of your system customers. It can be configured quite easily, and it is a great alternative to website integration. So as a recap within this video, we discussed the following tasks. First, we created and configured the customer portal. Next, we created sharing groups that give access to records created by portal users. And then finally, we created sharing set that shared records to portal users as well. So in the next video, we'll be discussing how to install apps from the Salesforce App Exchange into your Salesforce.com implementation.